If you look at the world map, between Germany and Henan in China is more than 10,000 kilometers. In the last week, the far-flung region was hit by severe flooding which resulted in hundreds of people dying and about 500,000 people fleeing to safety. The severity of flooding in the two countries, one near the North Pacific Ocean and the other in the North Atlantic Ocean, is linked to global climate change. In Henan Province, central China, the intensity of rain that usually lashes the region in a year, the rainfall is only 3 days. As of July 22, major floods that hit Zhengzhou city and Henan Province on July 20, 2021 killed as many as 33 people and 8 are still missing. 3 million people have been affected and 376,000 people were evacuated to safer places. In Germany, according to Euronews.com, the death toll from last week's catastrophic floods across the country totaled 177 people, while another 32 people died in neighboring Belgium. The death toll is likely to rise as more than 100 people remain missing in Germany. When the devastation was so great, European scientists were grappling with how such destruction could occur in the world's richest and most technologically advanced country. Scientists are examining whether climate change is a trigger for disaster, and what does it mean for the future. The storm that occurred was so intense, followed by rainfall that inundated rivers, then overflowed, and washed away houses and cars and triggered massive landslides. Citing sciencemag.org, researchers are just beginning to uncover the complex web of climatic, hydrological, and social factors that contributed to the disaster. But they already have some guesswork, including global warming could increase rainstorms in a European catastrophe focused on major rivers, rather than low-volume tributaries that are worst hit by storms. For years, scientists have warned climate change will have an effect on rainfall and flooding. Previously, flooding had been ranked as the most destructive natural hazard in Northern Europe. The deadly flood event in 2002. Then last week, the speed and intensity of flooding in Germany, especially in towns located near smaller tributaries, came as a shock to most people. The floods, citing Reuters.com, have turned life upside down in China and Germany. This reminds us that climate change is making the weather more extreme around the world. Koh Tai Yong, a weather and climate scientist at the Singapore University of Social Sciences, said a thorough assessment of rivers and water systems would be necessary in areas vulnerable to climate change, including cities and agricultural land. In another study published June 30 in the journal Geophysical Research Letters, climate change in Europe is likely to increase the number of large, slow-moving storms that can last longer in one area and cause flooding such as those seen in Germany and Belgium. As the atmosphere warms with climate change, it will retain more moisture. Meaning when the clouds break and it rains, more is released. Through computer simulations, by the end of the century, such storms could be 14 times more common. The overflowing rivers and inundations that devastated much of western and southern Germany also occurred in areas thousands of kilometers away in Henan. The cases in these two different locations highlight the vulnerability of densely populated areas to floods and other natural disasters. In both China and Western Europe, the disasters followed periods of unusually heavy rain, equivalent as in the case of China with 1 year of rainfall poured in just 3 days. After several severe floods over the past few decades, buffers have been strengthened along major German rivers like the Rhine or Elbe, but last week's extreme rainfall also turned smaller tributaries like the Ahr or Swist into terrifying torrents.
阳城，讨厌温的宇宙。
哎，下放是黑手的。
不要走，熄火了，熄火了，熄火了，大票，撞停了，大票，
那是路吗？你看，路不是？不好一路不是？
والله يا عمي يا بنون يا عمي يا بنون برد يا عمي يا بنون نطلع من البيت يا رب من البيت احسن شيء البيت هو مرسى العمى راح العمى شو حمار زكريا العالم بلا تشتغل يا زكريا اركب وارجع على المانيا احسن لي Die Strömung ist sehr stark. Wie ein wilder Fluss, starke Strömung. Bis zur Moped. Jetzt traue ich mir nicht mehr weitergehen, weil sonst reißt mich weg.